What's up? My name is Joe Bishop, and this is my video diary about my learning manifesto. And thinking about my learning manifesto, to be honest, I hate to say this, but being a teacher and things, I've never really thought about how I learn or why I learn. And just looking at the first question, it said, what are you passionate about? Well, I had to think about it for a bit, and I came up with, I guess, four things that I'm passionate about: um, my faith, my family, fitness, and having fun. And so, in thinking about those things, I said, so why was it important to think about what I'm passionate about in regards to my learning? Well, if I think about my faith, everything I learn about God and being a Christian, I seem to retain. It's something that's important to me that I want to share with others and try to elevate their learning in that regard. When I think about my family, I'm not just talking about my immediate family. I'm talking about, my work family, my extended family, all of the different relationships I have, my interactions with people. Those are important to me. Those are what I'm passionate about. Even my interactions with my students and my parents, those things are very important with me. And I learn a lot in those instances about my students and their families and the people that I work with. And then that in turn helps me work with them better and be able to engage them better and motivate them better. So I like to learn about things like that through my interactions with people. And then fitness. I'm a fitness buff. I try to take care of myself. I got that from my dad. He was a coach. I was a football player. So I want to keep up with, I study everything about workouts. I study stuff about food, what I eat, nutrition. So that's something that's, you know, important to me. So I internalize that information. And then fun. If I want to have fun, I'd study the things I like to do. I like to play sports, anything sports related. I like games. I like to read. There are a lot of things that are fun to me. So those are the things that I research and, things that I like to do. So when I'm thinking about learning, I guess that would lead me to the lead me to the statement that I believe if you're going to learn something, it has to be something that you're interested in and that's something that has meaning to you. Otherwise, you're not going to retain it. You're not going to remember the information. I learn stuff for work all the time. Some of the stuff I use, some of the stuff I don't. I've been to trainings. I throw away the information after I've been there. Don't really use it because I don't see how it pertains to me. So I feel like if I'm going to learn something, it's going to have to be relevant to me and relevant to my life and what I'm going to be doing. And that's what education needs to do for students. They need to make the learning relevant. They need to put them in situations that they're going to be using in their lives. When we're talking about being, digital leaders in learning, um, I don't care if it's digital learning or analog learning, whatever it is, we have to show the students how to connect whatever we're doing with, digital means or whatever other, things that we have, tools we have to teach the kids. We have to show them how it connects with their lives and how they're going to be able to use it and put them in situations where they will use the technology that we're using or whatever else. And so they can see how it's used and make it impactful in their lives to where they continue to use it. I think one of the big things that's wrong with education right now is that we're still using all of this technology that we have to do the same things that we used to do. So we used to have blackboards with chalk. Now we got whiteboards with either a computer using a Mimeo or we got, expo markers that we're using on the whiteboard. Um, we used to have books, textbooks. Now we got iPads with books on them. It's the same thing. We're not using the technology to its full potential. And so it's really no use in using it if we're not going to use it to its full potential. So I think the main thing facing education is teaching teachers and administrators and whatnot and all of our digital leaders how they're going to incorporate these digital tools that we have in the classroom to where it's going to make an impact on student learning and help them be the leaders that we need to be them to be in the future. The jobs that they're going to work haven't even been created yet, but yet we're still teaching them with the tools from the industrial age in the 1800s. That's not going to work if we're going to improve and make any strides in education for our students. So we just need to make sure that me as myself and all of my fellow teachers that are working with me, we need to make sure that we're forward thinking about what we're going to do once we get out of our degrees and we graduate and we get in places where we can make more decisions that have more impact on what our students are doing. We need to really think about these things, and I really want to do it. I know we're supposed to be talking about what we're doing, and maybe not just in, I guess, regular education, but I want to look at focusing it on my church and seeing how I can expand our, what all the digital tools that we have out there now, and use those in my church to enhance and bring people back to the church. Use different types of social media to connect people, use different types of learning communities to give people, more opportunities to come in and learn, where they might not be able to come to the traditional church. Maybe we can reach out to them by videos, or by, different types of chat rooms. Or I know I had some people coming and visiting me on Second Life. We would go into virtual reality sites and we can meet that way. Just getting out there and using the technology for what it was meant for, and that's expanding the horizons. So that's my learning manifesto. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.